Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at Volt Prime again. This is the second part of my already done Volt Prime video. And before we get too far into this, I want to go over a few problems with Volt in the first place, because the build we are going to be looking at mainly is based around his speed ability. So this is Speed Volt, essentially. Now, there has been a lot of debate that I have seen about this particular ability. It got changed. His ability itself got changed to a pickup. Like your allies had to pick it up in order to receive the speed buff. It then got put back to everything within range because some people started to moan and complain. Personally, I felt that the pickup was really useful because if I don't want the speed buff, which I never really do, I don't have to have it. However, if I'd pick the speed buff up, this is what my screen looks like. Typically, this is how I view the game. So, you tell me, is this an enjoyable experience? This is not me exaggerating, I am not joking. I'm colorblind, like seriously colorblind. And because this game doesn't have a lot of colorblind settings, if any at all really, that are useful, that's how I view the game. Don't worry, it's now gone back to normal. So, with that in mind, I would like to say that if you are going to play as a speed Volt, please do make people aware that you are a speed Volt, not a CC Volt, because people like me are really going to suffer. That, on one hand, is, I would say, quite a serious problem. It's not the particular player's problem, essentially, which is one argument I've come across, but you could just always be nice about it. This is more DE's problem. However, with that in mind, and on the other hand, there are some people that just do not enjoy the speed. It is very quick, it is quite hard to control. Not everyone wants to go that bloody fast, and the answer is not get good scrub or get good noob. That is not the answer. If they don't enjoy it, just don't use it. Please. Anyway, on to Speed Volt. The first clip I actually showed was actually a capture, and that does demonstrate pretty much why Volt is very effective with a speed build, doing what he does best, which is racing through, capturing a target and getting out. This makes prime part farming, particularly when capture missions are up, very effective and very quick. The other way you can do it is what I'm doing now, although this is subject to change because DE is changing it. Doing a speed Volt with Naramon on a survival. Now, I just did like a quick 30 minutes just to sort of show how easy it is, but to be honest, if you have something like Hirudo or Obex, the attack speed on that is even more mental. You can go for pretty much as long as you want. It is insane. It is very quick, it is very hard to control for most people. There are an elite group of people out there who can control it and have no dramas controlling it. For those, big thumbs up. But you've got to remember this is a community-based game. It's near enough classed as an MMO. Massive multiplayer online. Multiplayer. You're not the only one. So, we're now going to move off of the negatives, hopefully completely. So, really, in general, Speed Volt is a good build to have. I have one, even though I have difficulties with it, because it is useful. I can't deny that. It is useful. Although, I have come across a lot of people that argue that he is completely redundant, because you can hit pretty breakneck speeds without it. You don't always need to have it. It's a waste of an ability. It affects other players too negatively. These are all personal based opinions, which is fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But for me personally, even though I do have difficulties with it, it is a darn useful build to have. Like I've already said, it's very quick. It increases your melee speed, it increases your reload speed, it increases your movement speed. Hitting an enemy while in it stuns them. Along with his passive, the more steps you take, it increases a damage counter that is pure electrical damage, and hitting them then discharges that damage into them, which is also a pretty nifty thing to have. So overall, really, he is good. You just, like I say, just be wary that other players won't generally enjoy it. I personally hate it, to be honest, especially if that person then gets a little bit grumpy with me because I've asked them not to press 2. I sometimes wish you could radproc yourself again. I miss those days. Oh. But it is a good build. I do recommend people having it, and it can be some great fun. Anyway, the build I have gone for is Corrosive Projection, Power Drift, Prime Flow, Narrow-Minded, Fleeting Expertise, Prime Continuity, Transient Fortitude, Blind Rage, Streamline, and Speed Drift. Now, if you don't want Speed Drift, you can go for the Augment, which is also very helpful. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra!